Hi, my name is Erin Dunne. I direct the research practice for Vertical Systems Group. We're a market research firm based out of Boston. It's been a year since MEF 17. MEF 17 was the rollout and the big announcement for what they call MEF 3.0. MEF 3.0 targeted the orchestration and the delivery and the rollout of orchestrated dynamic services. It's been a challenging year. It's been a good year, but the issue with the rollout of dynamic services is that it's hard to do. This industry that we're in, the telecom industry, has been around many, many years, and we have focused on static delivery of services, meaning a service that connected one point to another point, and we're really good at that. However, it's a timely process, it's a costly process, and it's a very fixed and slow-moving process. That's what we're here to change. And we've seen a lot of changes over not only the last year, but over the last couple of years. First of all, to set the stage, there's millions of ports out there in the US and abroad of existing services. You have legacy services that are still there. My company, Vertical Systems Group, we track all of this. There's Frame, there's ATM, there's private lines, and on the legacy side of Frame and ATM, they're in a steady decline. Those services are going away. However, private lines, the T1s out there, they are still relatively flat to a small single-digit decline, and that surprises a lot of folks. Why? Because in many cases, it's the only type of connectivity you can get that's going to give you the reliability and the mean time to repair that you really need for your type of mission-critical data applications. So that's to set the stage. Then we move to IPVPNs. Surprising to a lot of folks, between MPLS-based and what we call site-to-site VPNs, meaning using the internet for your connectivity, there's 1 million ports just in the United States. And those ports they're still there, and they're not going anywhere fast. However, we have new services like Ethernet, not so new anymore, and like emerging SD-WAN services. So to bring this all together, our research shows that there's still a lot of revenue, a lot of connectivity to be had for the legacy services, for dedicated IPVPNs, and for Ethernet services. To be used not only in a hybrid environment, to be used standalone, and to also be used as a transition or a migration to an SD-WAN service. SD-WAN. It's what everybody's talking about. This entire conference should be called, not MEF 18, it should be called SD-WAN 18, I think. But we have been tracking the SD-WAN market since the evolution. And this is not an easy market to track. We have so many variables that are new to our industry. First of all, to an industry that's very used to equipment vendors and service providers playing in the same field. Now we've added cloud providers. We've added software, we've added DevOps, we've added all these type of folks that are new to telecom, and they all have to work together. That's the biggest challenge. That's not happening yet. We're working on it through conferences like this, MEF 18, through the specs that MEF is doing, but this is going to be a long road. When it comes to SD-WAN, here's what we see. Our initial research is coming out in the next few weeks, so I would encourage you to reach out to Vertical Systems Group if you have any interest. We are tracking this from the networking perspective because that's what we care about in this industry. Meaning, how does an enterprise customer that currently has a network, who knows what it's made of, but you could probably guess, how do they, first of all, make the decision to migrate to SD-WAN? And once they do, what are the next couple of steps they take? How's it going for them? And what does that revenue look like? And what does that transition look like on the networking side? So that's what we're tracking. And it's a really interesting story to tell. I'm not going to give you all the answers right now. But what I can tell you is that this is not currently and in the near future what we would call a net new revenue market, meaning that we're not seeing a whole lot of new revenue being generated by the SD-WAN services, managed services market. You're seeing it move around. Maybe you're seeing different access connections being procured on the wholesale basis, on a retail basis from different customers, from different service providers, but we're not seeing a whole lot of new revenue yet. Will that change? Yes. Will that change dramatically in the near future? Definitely not. There's, as I said, a million ports of IP VPNs. Many of them are ripe. If you are a T1 customer that accesses an MPLS network because a T1 was the only kind of connectivity you could get that met your needs, you're really looking hard at SD-WAN. If you are a global organization that has mission-critical data applications all over the world and a managed services provider that really helps you, this is not something that you're looking at right now. If you are, you're kicking the tires. So, in conclusion, MEF 18, we're doing a great job to take us to the next iteration of this market, which is delivering dynamic and agile services to the enterprise customer base. Thank you.